Hey guys, Bolian here. At one point, the discussion of the strongest anime main character would have been in favor of either Goku or Sailor Moon. Even though I've never watched Sailor Moon before, I still want to give her a spot in today's discussion to satisfy the needs of the people. But in recent years, that title seems to be getting harder and harder to determine as there have been numerous new challengers for the title, and today we're gonna take a look at one such challenger going solely off of anime feats. So, without further ado, today's challenger is Yogiri Takuto, and don't let his looks fool you folks. As innocuous as he may seem, he's actually extremely dangerous, not because of physical prowess, but rather sheer ability. Yogiri Takuto is from the anime My Instant Death ability is so overpowered, and you might have already guessed it, but yes. This is an isekai, but Yogiri isn't the average isekai main character because unlike most who die and are reborn or get summoned to another world and get superpowers, Yogiri originally came from unknown origins and he literally just appeared one day in the world of the humans and started living amongst them. Well, I say live, but he was actually locked up in an underground facility along with other experiments that the human scientists were working on. The reason for them locking him up is because he was a complete anomaly and no one knew what to do with him, and they also found out the hard way to not get on his bad side because of his instant death ability. Now, the scientists then decided to send in Asaka Takato, who gave Yogiri his name, and after growing quite fond of Asaka, she was kidnapped, which caused Yogiri to kill all the scientists in the facility without ever coming into direct contact with them. He eventually rescues Asaka and leaves with her, and one day, while on a field trip with his class, they all get teleported to another world where people known as sages reign supreme. Now, sages are actually beings with the immense power being able to, resurrect themselves from death with little to no difficulty and destroy an entire nation with just one attack. But even they are powerless before Yogiri, as his ability allows him to kill anyone or anything with a single thought, including gods and ghosts and other ethereal beings as we see throughout the series. His ability not only allows him to kill physical and spiritual beings, but also abstract concepts, as Yogiri was once at risk of being injured from falling from a really high place, and then he just used his ability to kill the momentum from his fall, which allowed him to safely land on the ground. His ability is not limited by range nor the number of attackers, as we see him kill an enemy that sent insects to kill him from miles away by tracing his intent to kill Yogiri. And so, to put it into simpler terms, Yogiri has the ability to kill people who have the intent or even the thought to kill him with no effort whatsoever, and so since he can kill anyone or anything with a single thought, he has to keep his powers on a tight leash, otherwise he risks killing everyone he loves and cares about. So you might think, well, all Goku has to do is use instant transmission and bring him into outer space and just leave him there. But that really wouldn't work because, like I mentioned before, he can kill with just a thought and also through the enemy's intent to harm. So the moment Goku decides to harm Yogiri is the moment Goku dies. You might then think, well, what about Rimuru Tempest or Anos Voldigod or even Saitama? But regardless of who attacks him, the moment they intend to harm him is the moment they die. Now, Anos is a little bit iffy as he has the ability to restore himself from complete annihilation, including his source, and so he is effectively resistant to the concept of death, which makes him the only one who really has a chance against Yogiri. But even then, it's still a big what if. So with that being the case, the title of the strongest main character in all of anime may very well go to Yogiri Takato, but that only applies to his abilities and not his physical strength. So, let me know if you guys have anyone else in mind that can defeat Yogiri and who you think deserves the title of strongest in all of anime. But until then, this was the Wolian, and I'll see you guys next time.